Yo, what's going on, people? It's the Suave Kid. Welcome to another episode of Thoughts of an Abstract Mind. Today we at the park. I'm just chilling. Yeah. Today I just want to talk about. Let me have a seat. I just want to talk about Keir Starmer. Keir Starmer. I'm actually quite haps. In the UK we say haps for happy. I'm actually quite haps that he didn't join Trump in this war. He's disagreed, you know, to take us to this war, basically. You know, why do I say that? Historically, we've always blindly followed America into a war. You know what I mean? Look at Iraq, look at Afghanistan. The list just goes on and on and on. It's actually a lovely day, you know. Look how nice it is here. Just chilling. The list goes on and on and on. You know what I mean? So as soon as this war started, I told myself, yep, before you know it, they're going to make up whatever excuse, and then we're going to be joining the war as well. But to be fair to him, from the start, he said the UK has nothing to gain from this war. We're not getting involved, and he stuck to his word. Even after all the insults, etc., from Trump and all the name callings, etc., he stuck to his word. So I'm pretty proud of that. I'm pretty proud of that. You know, the UK, we have so many of our own problems here. We can't be doing shoulder to shoulder with America on everything. America's pretty much a subcontinent. They have a huge economy. They can afford to go to wars just because they want to go to wars. It's really early in the morning, by the way, over here. You know, I'm half asleep. They can afford to go to wars because they want to go to wars. We can't. You know what I mean? Another thing that doesn't help us at the moment is leaving Brexit. You know what I mean? Leaving the Brexit thing has really affected our economy. So when it comes to things like an unwarranted war or something that's literally no necessity, because let's be honest, Iran doesn't pose no threat to the UK, not directly anyways. I mean, now they're saying because we let America use some of our air bases, they got it in for us, you know, which I understand. War is war. They were never really posing a direct threat to the UK like that. So why should we go to a war? You see what I'm saying? And in any civil culture, in any civil society, reason should lead the way, not egos. I still don't think America needed to start this war. You know, I still believe Trump jumped the gun on that one. You know what I mean? Because another reason why he says he started this war is just going to help the people so they can take back the country. Now we're weeks into this thing, and nobody is really, same people haven't even bothered to take back the country. I stand to digress if that changes. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just the whole thing is just annoying, if I'm honest. You know, we should be working towards. It's funny. This is the same guy who said he should be awarded for a Nobel Peace Prize. Same guy who said he's coming to end all wars and there will never be another war, etc. And here we are. You know, I just feel like just generally globally we should all be working towards world peace. Nobody gains from war. You know what I mean? It's just suffering and untimely deaths, and it's just unnecessary. If we want to call ourselves civilized people in modern day times, you know what I mean? But yeah, pretty proud of Keir Starmer. I mean, he did a recent speech where he reinforced his grounds like, listen, we're not going into this thing, doesn't serve any purpose for us. I think it's even with regards to the homeless, the Strait of Hormuz, it's talking about more like a diplomatic solution, which means I would assume means liaison with contacts in Iran to let UK ships through and etc., which is sensible. You know what I mean? They are still a sovereign country. And if it was so easy to just remove them from there and have your way, why are we still here? You know, because America certainly ain't got them out of the way. You know, this was meant to be a quick fly in, quick fly out. Now they've had to mobilize Marines, and it looks like they're gonna have to put ground troops down, which I do hope it doesn't escalate to that, because the minute ground troops go, you're in for another decade. And Iran is no Iraq. You know, I know a lot of people in the West, we just assume, because we think our society is more advanced, we just assume these countries are just derelict and this, that, and you're just gonna go in, and because you're from a more developed country, you're just gonna go and win. War doesn't work like that. You're fighting as a job. Someone's fighting for their land. Two different energies. Two different wills to fight. Two different people when you're speaking in terms of the level they're willing to go to in a war. So America went to Afghanistan. It's a few Taliban jihadis on camelback, donkey back. Had a tough time. Went to Iraq, desert sand. Had a tough time. Iran actually has a real army. You know, Iran has one of the largest armies in the region. You know, and what's this other side guard, the Ayatollah's guard, the National Guard. You know, they're pretty serious people. They're no Boy Scouts. So, and that's why they're welcoming this. You want to come calm, because they know. I mean, you're going to blow the shit out of them. You're going to bomb them. But just know, a lot of your folks ain't coming back. And they know that. Because they're prepared to die for their land. Question is, are you? Especially when you know you're fighting a war that wasn't warranted in the first place. You know, this whole world has just gone mad. This whole world has just gone mad. You know, I do hope the universe balances everything out. And peace finally reigns supreme. You know, because we're tired of all of this. I'm tired of all of this. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comments. Love.